And now we're live. Hey again, this is day 2 of the stream. The goal today is to set up the background, at least. Ideally some of those UI elements here on the sides, maybe some animations, and I hope that would be a good progress, at least for today. If it mainly because the left part, the bottom part are relatively simple. I don't see any challenging parts. I will have to illustrate those icons here and those on the right at least, and the lock icons, but other than that there's nothing custom from what I'm seeing. Any of those images I'll try to take, and probably I'll try to figure out a way to implement this rotation here. I don't know if it's gonna work out with just HTML CSS. So yeah, that's the goal. So where are we at now? I'll change the theme to be something darker. Okay, let's go with this. No, maybe a bit darker. I notice I can easily zoom out just a little here, and I'll move this slightly to the side. All right. So as I was talking, let's figure out the background. But before just setting up the image, I want to see come on. If we can see how it opens. Is there anything here? Nope. The animation itself to open the picker. Okay, this looks like it. No. Come on, I just want to see the animation. Client champion picker. We just saw that. No. Maybe check some streaming. Nope. Want someone who starts the game. Okay, that may work. Yes. Just a second. Okay, there it is. Oh whoa. That's a video. You pick something. That means that maybe we'll try and make this one at least as an image for starters. Maybe with CSS some of those items can be animated. Then this shows up, but I'll work on this later. And then I'll zoom in a bit, be more visible. Like this. Come on, pick something. Oh, that's a banning face. And now it's the picking time. There it is. So there is this here that rotates. Gotta make that. Oh, and it just shows up. Okay. Nothing too special, I guess. So let's try with this skin specifically. Is there any higher image quality? This is nice. It's generally okay as quality. I'll try to open Figma in the meantime. So I can inspect stuff a bit easier. There it is. Okay, and the image we got is this. I so wish it could work by just drag and dropping. So we need something like this, a bit smaller. I think this is sort of close. Then let's see the size here. About that much. Actually, I need this. Like this. All right. And everything that's outside of it is blurred. Now the trick is, do I want to no, I mean the graphic itself is a bit different here and everything. I'll just edit it like this. I'll grab it as a frame. This will come here inside the frame like this. I'll delete the other image. And now I need to set up this image to sort of look like it. What I can do is a new rectangle here. Maybe I'll change the color so I can see stuff. And just those two. Wait, what? This and this. Okay. Like that. There's this blur effect. Obviously there's more stuff visible that goes out of the screen. And on why is it selecting everything? That's super weird. When I click, it gets me everything. Huh. That's weird. So here I can reduce the opacity, and from effects I'll get background blur and increase that. With this color, more like this, I guess. Let me move it up so I can compare stuff. Obviously it's not the same yet, but we'll try to at least get somewhat close. And I can increase this color to make it darker, like this. Yes. And now can I add additional one, which is layer blur, and increase that? Yes, I can. And now increase this as well. Now the problem is the top part. Let's add one more here with the same color. And use background blur. That looks so bad. Okay, and I mean, I know it's different. Come on. Super annoying. I'll reduce the layer blur at least a little bit. I think that was not the layer, the background. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Maybe something like this is a bit better. And again, we're gonna have this stuff here anyways. Okay. Let's export this for now as a JPEG. Like this. Oh, why is that? Hmm. That is weird. Why does it bleed like this at the corners when that's not on the image itself? Huh. Let me see. If I drag the export here, it has it. Amazing. Okay, let's use this color and place this over it. Why can't I move it? Is that impossible now? I'm confused. Okay. Let's do it like this then. Sounds stupid, but... Huh. Yeah, because it's let's do a PNG and see how it looks like. Okay, a PNG seems to be working fine. Let's go with it then. It's 1.6 megabytes. That's a problem for another day. Obviously, there's nothing to see here. And I'll remove this and I'll remove this. Let it stay as it is. And I'll go ahead and add the image as background, but not a CSS background. Inside the HTML on the app. Let's see again the design real quick. This is gonna be absolute element for sure. I can easily place it somewhere on the top, under this, over here. Okay. It's a long one. Background splash art makes a bit more sense. That's not a correct alt text, but I'll just have something for now. Like this. And we need a separate file for it. Yeah, that's a little annoying. But it is what it is. Oops. A 0. That's good. That's a bit weird. I'll see if it needs to be like this. What do we have now? Okay. Yeah, got it. Okay. So this is full now, I guess, and next for the image. I want it to be fully visible. And position wise, I think it's kind of correct if we compare the two over here. I'm checking this distance. It's almost touching the ear or whatever it is over here, the eyebrow. Yeah. The shadow is very different though. Now I see it. Okay, let's adjust a bit the shadow. It's the counter, and that's my text shadow. This can be later in a variable. I need to reduce this, slightly reduce this, and maybe increased. It's a bit closer. Obviously the font is very different, but not much else I can do for it now. That looks odd. Huh. Well, that's how it is. I will not concern myself with it for now. Oh, let me get more comfy. I see my camera is not on. Yeah. Hello. I'm very annoyed by the difference in the font. Okay, let's see about this now. Element. I wonder if that's something you could do with just CSS. Just wondering. I don't think there's an easy way to do it though. But it may not be too difficult with an SVG, because the trick is, oh, I am already here, that if I create a circle, oh, that's not a circle, that's also not a circle, no, that's a circle. If I have it here, I'll remove the fill, add a stroke. I'm gonna make it white so it's easy to see. Wow, it's kind of accurate. Kind of like this. Now my stroke is gonna be bigger and it's gonna be dashed, and I'll decrease this value and increase the gap like this. And now I have just one single circle and I don't need all those elements in my SVG export, and that makes a difference. So I'll duplicate and change from dashed to solid again and reduce the size. Yes, like this. I'll reduce it for now and try to set up the gradient inside. Can I set up the gradient? I hope I can. Okay, so let's start from this color to this color, and in the middle we have this. Not very close. Let's say it's more like that. I'm just trying to get it visually. That's gonna be over here, and one more. That's gonna be a bit more outside. Like this. Now those three circles are what I need. They look nice. The inner one though needs reduced opacity. Let's reduce it for now to something like 50 or like this. Yes. Wow, that's a very nice shape. I like it. I mean, the colors and everything looks pretty cool. Okay, let's group. And I'll actually name my layers over here. So that's outer, middle, and inner circles. How original. And copy the SVG. Let's see how simple our SVG turns out. I'll paste it here. Wow, well, that's legit. That's all we need for that kind of shape with all of this here, which is a win in my eyes. And I'll slightly reorganize stuff here. Now, where do we place it? Let's see the layout again. Looking at it, let's screenshot and draw on it. What was it? Image, snap, no, X, something, screenshot. All right. I actually have a better way. All right. So this here is one component. Then we have this here. Then we have this here. And this probably extends upwards. So actually, no. This is one whole element. And I'll color it differently. The bottom one is different from the top one. So here we have a few columns. We have this, if I can draw it to make it visible. And obviously here on the right as well, we have this. Likewise, on the top, we have this, like that. And then we have this over here. So that's gonna be the layout. 2 rows, each with 3 columns. Simple stuff. The splash art stays behind, and now we get champions picker primary plus picker secondary. I mean, that doesn't sound great because that's the primary, that's the secondary. More like picker champions and picker details. Not like that's so much more obvious, but it's something. And inside here, I'll have 3 columns, but I'm not gonna use them for styling, for selecting them, because unless those are the columns, actually the legit columns. Yeah, okay, let's do it. Why not? Allies, I don't know. Select it. Enemy. And that's where we're gonna play with, which is this area here. And everything this has is just that effect, nothing more. So I'll just paste it. Don't I have a better copy? Yeah. Like that. What do we get now? This. Nice. All right. Okay, picker champion needs a component. Come on. Like that, and that's gonna be grid. Let's measure. This is 420. Like this. Nice. There's those shapes here that I didn't create. I don't mind it, and I feel like this is slightly different. Yeah, you see the effects, or that's because it's not selected maybe. And this is outside. Huh. Well, I guess there are different versions. I'll keep this open. Now this needs to be centered, the selected. Come on. That's it. And I need this to be no more than 640. Now, obviously that's not responsive. And actually, let's see if we get this here. Like that. And then this is like this. And hidden. There it is. Oh, that's nasty. So this goes further, the outer one, than the inner one. Why? Oh. Now, if we have to be accurate, this has to be implemented. Otherwise, we're not doing great. What now? Can I try this? If I work here and I get a rectangle of this size, which is my inner one, I center it here like that, and then I have a secondary one, which is there's a better way to do it, which is where's my line? Did I create it? Oh, I created it in there. Yeah, I got it. And this is the second one. And now if that inner one, I'm slightly confused right now. Why do I have 3 of them? I'll delete one. Why it keeps selecting everything? That's super annoying. Did I click something? Probably I've clicked something somewhere and I don't know what it is. So my goal is to clip the inner. Yeah. And I'm back. Sorry for the delay. That's gonna be slightly annoying probably in the video later. Alright, so where are we at? That keeps on happening. Everything is selected on every click. Let's see if Google has something useful to say. Groups selected. Oh, is there some kind of an option? My music is dead in the meantime. Okay. Multiple layers. That's super weird. I guess I'll have to be clicking with control for now until I figure out this off the stream. So now the idea is that I will need to create, but maybe not with this layer. Okay, and the inner one, right? Yes. Excuse me, but what? Something ain't right. I will leave this for now and go with this setup. So I want to animate the inner elements, this here. I'm not sure if the outer one is gonna make anything useful, but at least the inner one should. And this is my inner with a stroke. Yes, dash array, that kind of stuff. So for it, over here, that's the first one. I'll give it an ID dashed circle picker. Let's see. Yes, that's it. Oops, rotate. Like this. Animation. Let's for starter have this to both. Transform origin. Is this gonna work? Yes, there it is. And now that's still very fast. Let's say 360. That's a bit slow. Like this, maybe? I think that's kind of accurate. Well, this reminds me that maybe since I'm not gonna rotate this part, I can still cut it. Yeah. Oh, down to here. Like this. So if I do it like that, that's my circles. and I get the in those two and this one like that. Yes, and I can copy the properties and paste them here. Yeah, that didn't work because I need to paste it on over here like that. Pixel, show pixel. Yes, now it's accurate. I think I can export this. It's gonna be slightly off though, but let's see. I'll just copy the SVG and paste it in a new one. That's even simpler. Wow. This is the one I want with the ID. Like that. And if I replace it, do we get it to work? Yes, it does. The only problem is that this does really feel like it's very short. Why? Why is the case? Yeah, because it's not centered. Oh, I'm stupid. Okay, it should be like this. And now I can realign it. This is the rectangle here. That's how it should be. And repeat the same process. But this time should be the last time. I'll get this ID over here and I can replace it. Yes. Now we also have the cut and the rotation. Like this. That's way better. Maybe the last remaining bit that I won't be able to implement is that there is a fade effect over here at the top, but I don't think there fade like transparency masks like the mask that we have here. I very much doubt it. So keep it as it is for now. All right, I'll get those removed. The good part is that we have this, and maybe we can animate. Come on, I lost it. We can animate the background a bit as well as it shows up, I guess. Like a slight zoom in or fade effect when it loads. And the font loading is very annoying as well. It doesn't look good, but I can fix this later with a preloader that's gonna show up other elements of the design before the text itself becomes visible. And that's totally doable. So, what's the next interesting part of the UI to tackle? Maybe the bottom part over here would be nice. Which is practically a slider. And I think that if we implement this, it's gonna work nicer than the original one. Because on the original one, you can't drag like this to the side. You have to click here or click here, and it's kind of slow, sluggish. And now the other question is, do I want to implement this myself? Probably not. I'll pick a slider. But instead I'll go with the left part for now, instead of the slider. I feel like it's It's gonna look like more complete when this one is also set. And I'm very annoyed by this part here. I don't have the full image that extends to the right, and instead it cuts like this. Super annoying. Maybe if I copied this part and edited a bit more, it would work out, but it will stay as it is for now. Okay, let's see this area here. Each one is the same component, so it repeats 5 times, and they have the same type. Everything is the same. The only difference is the state, like picking, current, and default. And default are those. And when you're picking, you may have an image or may not have an image. It looks like, and that doesn't change at all. Those are interesting. Maybe that can be done with vanilla CSS. No need for SVGs. Obviously with SVG it's gonna be easier, but there's no need. It's more interesting to see how things work out with just CSS. And how do I do it? A grid, 1, 2, 3 columns in a list item, in a UL item. And that's gonna be the allies over here. Oops. Let's set up the markup first. I'll keep this so I can see it. All right, so I have a list item of allies. And inside each ally, what was ally in single? Like this? Nope. This is becoming team, and this is becoming team list team member. There you go. Okay. I'm not gonna repeat it for now. So inside we have team member. What's that? What's the name of this? I'll go with spells. I don't know. Team member avatar. Details. So we have 2 images inside, and those are not buttons. Those are literally just images. Twice. Something broke. Okay, yeah. Oh, actually, I managed. Yeah, that's spells. It's called spells. You to see. So let's take ghost. I can do it like this. Can I copy and maybe paste? Nope. I'll have to save them. Heal, ghost, flash, let's say, and ignite. Out of all the rest, I think just smite is maybe more often used, but I haven't seen this ever at all. I haven't seen this or this. I think this is on Aram, I don't know. But people, oh, what's that? Okay, anyway. So here I'm gonna import, seriously, in YP format. Let's see if that works. No. Nice. Okay, let's go with PNG. So annoying, I can't use my keyboard to hit tab. Like, how is this normal? And here we use images, heal, like this. Let's take closer to the design. So this has ghost and heal. Okay, those two. Let's place the rest as well. Okay, this is gonna be done in CSS, but this element here, maybe not. This is gonna be tricky. And it starts from around over here, so it's literally just half of it with this glow effect. How do I make this glow effect? Okay, that's tricky. Well, I can try something. I'll try to get as close as I can with just CSS for the fun of it. Let's measure this for now. And I'll try to style this before getting to the rest. That's 30, let's say 34 pixels. Oops. Okay. Nice. And let's place them properly. So team member is a component. And each team member is in a grid. How much is the next one? This, oops, yeah, that's not gonna work out. This is 90 pixels. And out. Well, one fraction. I'll convert those real quick. Like that. And I don't see it because I need to import it. Every time I keep forgetting, I need to import stuff. Like that. Okay, what happened? Team member is a grid. I have a type somewhere, maybe. I didn't write something properly. Yeah. Yeah, this is what I wanted. And they have some spacing between them, which is literally just 2 pixels. And I think I already have those 2 pixels kind of built in. Next, this spacing here is 20 pixels. So that's my gap. 20 pixels is 125. Like that. Now I can add my circle, the avatar, and the avatar is gonna be team avatar base. What's this color? I'll update the colors later. I'm not interested into this right now. There's inner shadow and there's this outline that has gradient. The gradient is slightly annoying, at least on the top, but there's none over here, I think, or is there? Let's see first. What's that color? Kind of over here, I guess. Yeah. I'll align them. Like that, and in box shadow, inner X, Y is maybe like this. The feather should be that's not what I wanted. Oh. Yeah. Is it too much? Yeah, it's too much. That's a bit closer. Clearly the resolution here is not very good. Now, how do I get this one is the trick. Yeah. Okay, let's try something now. Can we see it? Yes. And we get this as well. Nice. The border doesn't support background. I just want to figure out if there's some way to do similar effect with only CSS. There must be backgrounds. The first part is to make the hollow middle, and I've seen this on loaders, but I haven't implemented. No. CSS loader animation. There it is. So how do they do it with border color, transparent borders? That is not gonna work out for me, at least. Because I need to set also a gradient to it. Pop server hi, I see the comment maybe way too late. Not sure if you're online now. Oh. Yeah, that's not gonna work out. So what my plan was, was to create this. Let's use the same size at least. Okay, center, sort of like this, and increase a bit like this. Okay, so half, increase, use linear gradient from this side to this side with this color down to the same color but without opacity, and then I could set blur on it with just filter blur. I can do the same here, I hope. Effects, inner layer blur, and increase. And next I can duplicate it, then I can decrease this a bit, reduce slightly, and reduce the blur like that, and I get kind of similar effect. It's not the same, but it's similar. Anyway, I'll group this and copy as SVG to CSS. I don't know if that's gonna work out. If it doesn't, we're still okay. And now I can set this instead of the red background. That worked. Background position, top left. Nope. What haven't I done? Background size. Yeah, it should be contained. No, it should not be contained. Oh, yeah, it should be contained. Background, repeat, no, repeat. And then I'll have to increase the size. So I'll just copy this for starters here, so I don't lose it. And here, plus 0.5 rem, and the top and left. Like that. Yes, and I just have to increase the values, maybe to 7.5, and 7.5 by 2 is 375. Maybe this is too much. 125. I could use variables. Okay. And now I do the same rotation, but this time it's gonna be slower. I think I can go to global misc and add a new one. And oh, I do have, but that's on settings, so that's different. Keyframes. And I will take the picker keyframe and paste it here, and this one will come here, and it still works. And now I can use the same this stuff. I can use it here, but not so slow. Oh, doesn't work. This animation is knocked Yeah, I see. Iteration count infinite. Like that. Huh. All right. Animation direction, and that should be reverse. And animation timing function linear. And this is gonna be name. I'll just go with all of it. There it is. Super happy. Oh, it doesn't look that similar though, but it kind of is maybe. But I'm doing it wrong. Oh. It should rotate on the other direction. Fuck. Okay. I just need to swap this like that and do the same. Copy SVG and change it here. And now I don't need to reverse. Did that work out? Yes. Now it rotates properly. Cool. Next, I can add just the name, and we can end the stream and continue with the rest afterwards. What I noticed though is the spacing is different from here, so the gap I set up is not gonna work out. So that has to change. Details, no. Splash. I'm lost. I'm not lost. And that's the name. Okay. What did we break? Yeah, that should not be here. Yeah, oops. Yes. And technically we need different colors. So this is gonna be, I just need this actually, maybe. Team member name, and let's say details. And details is picking and the character picked. So it's not gonna be just status. Okay, so I need this is one color, and this would be the second color. What was it? Details. Oh, let's call it status. Status. I don't know how you call that. I didn't copy it. Nice. Okay. And as I said, this is gonna be reduced. Not that much. Not that little. Like this. And over here, we're gonna increase. Not. It's the same. No, it's not the same. Okay, what is it? It should be the gap, that is, should be 12. So this is the gap. Come on. And this is left 0.5. Yes. And now I also need secondary font. Let's start with this and go with something better in a moment, or tomorrow, I don't know. Not tomorrow, the next stream. I can't say stream easily. The R is difficult. So that's on details. Like that, and not so much, definitely. Yeah, that's closer. Actually, even the font looks similar. Yeah. But the font size needs to be slightly increased. Like this, yeah. This looks bigger though. Super weird. I think, yeah, the UI is scaled. That's original size. Yes. Let's remove it so I can compare. Left is design, right is what I'm building. And the next part would be to set up the separators, because anything down here is practically the same. It's just repeated element. Oh, that stopped. Let's see why, and call it a day. Rotate slowly. Doesn't work. Although that's here. Yeah, I understand now. It doesn't rotate because this is not set. This was in picker. Now it continues. The reason was just the animation ended. That was 200 seconds until it rotates fully. And I think it's gonna be interesting to try and find some sound samples or something that I can connect to click events. I'm just certain I'm not gonna mimic the original one for sure. That's very well done, obviously, and I'll be trying to find free samples for the picker. But that's an interesting project. I've never worked with sound and UI before. So yep, that's for now. It's not a huge progress, but at least we got from just the header and the icons to the background, those animations, and this component, which just lacks the separator. And if everything works out well, I'll finalize the left part and this part on the next stream. Thank you everyone, and see you next time.